down.
Textbook defense, nowhere to go for the runner. They get there, they make the tackle, play over.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Colts a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
And now a first down following that long gain. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they'll go on the ground. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
Out of the gun, Luck. That's caught at the 1. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll try to pound it in with West. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Terrence West, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Now the try here for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, it's going to get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
No gain on the play there, second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Love the effort, love the dramatics, getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Taken from just outside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Here comes the defensive unit now for the Broncos as they get set here. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. The first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky. Preach. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Fresh set of downs here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from inside out, whether it's defensive ends or linebackers. And a lot of the time, instead of securing the pass, your eyes might stray towards the middle and wonder where the big hit's going to come from.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. One receiver left, 3 to the right.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Green 39. Green 39. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He'll give it to him right up the gut. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Henry Anderson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Andrew Luck Now he gears up to lead this offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Broncos have done some good work defending the pass. The Colts had a lot of success throwing the football last week, but the same throwing lanes haven't been there. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, they're going to come away with another sack here. This will go as a loss of 5. It's a late in the first. Luck's going to find his mark. Give him 6. Colts go up by 4. Colts have the football midway through the second. West is going to stay up the middle, and he'll end up sprinting into the end zone. The Colts push their lead to 11. 1st and 10. Anderson's got the sack here. This will go for a loss of 8. So that'll bring our halftime report to a close. We'll go back now to Sports Authority Field at Mile High for the start of the third quarter.
And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos heading back out onto the field. They're losing here as we begin the third quarter, trying to stop this from being a bigger deficit.
And I used to play for a coach who always talked about getting the other team's attention. And in this case, they want to let them know that you're going to do the dictating from here on out, not the other way around.
Trying to impose their will as we start the third. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the evidence shows last week's game, it's really leaked into a second game now, Charles. What do you think of this?
And it's a surprise, isn't it? Because when we spent time watching them practice, talking with the coaches, they felt like a bounce back was going to happen this week. They were very confident in the game plan, thought the defenses they would see would present great opportunities for big-time runs. We're not getting that so far. I don't know if it's the game plan or if they're just being overwhelmed by the defense they're facing.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game, they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2nd down following the run. On 2nd down, here's Luck. He's got it to West on the dump off. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Finding time. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good catch there and a first down for the offense.
Excellent awareness by the receiver to know where the first down marker was.
So they're operating in the red zone. They'll come out in the pistol. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
How about the defensive linemen? That's where a good run defense begins, with the guys up front. When they hold the line, hold the point of attack, that allows everyone else to get there and make tackles.
To throw on second down is Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Locke to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Out of the gun, Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their big tight end, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start. Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And McManus able to put it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. Setting up the screen for West. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
This is taken at the 18. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts defense, they worked their way back onto the field. And they've got the lead. Last time they surrendered the field goal. We'll see what they do this go-around.
And giving up 3 is never ideal because any defense wants to pitch a shutout. But that's not a bad thing in most situations. You only give up field goals, your team has a chance to win.
Yeah, and they still, as I said, they've got the lead here. We'll see if they can get a stop and hold them to 0 points this time. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. We'll give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the defensive unit for the Broncos. They trot back out there. They are down on the scoreboard. They're just trying to keep the opposition now at bay.
Let's treat it a little bit like tennis. Hold serve. Don't give up anything. Win the point, so to speak, and move on from there.
Did you play tennis?
I actually did for a little while.
Wasn't
very good at it.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, the kids, they broke letters.
Your kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whose kids were we talking about?
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw on second down is Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Three yards left to grab here on third down. We are off to the fourth quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at the home of the champs, Sports Authority Field in Denver. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Block on third down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 1st and 10, Locke. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a second down. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
The way they're moving the ball on offense now, somewhere Coach Hank Stram is grinning. Just matriculating the ball down the field, boys.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And this seemingly endless drive continues. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Terrence West with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Boy, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone, and smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goalpost.
That's right.
Before you drop the ball.
That.
There you go.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and in fact, they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 3-19. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Single. Watch 14. Watch 14. Got you now, Barney.
Back to throw now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. First down, he'll drop to throw it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough 3rd down awaits them.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got time. Throwing right, and that's complete. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
It should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run with their fullback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
This will be fielded at the 6. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Throwing on third down, Luck. He's got time in the pocket. He's got it to West on the dump off. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
The offense didn't pick up the first down there, but they're not going to go to the bench discouraged. They feel like they're starting to set the defense up a little bit, looking for the big play as this game progresses.
And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, the angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking that the ball should be placed in a different spot.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. From the gun on third down, Luck. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Play clock winding down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And not great starting field position here for the offense. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Finding time. All kinds of time. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Their big-bodied receiver with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of...
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he went nowhere. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Luck gonna throw it. Able to shake him off. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction. And that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. So after he looked really good early, they haven't been able to find the big tight end as much. What gives?
Well, sometimes that's not in the game plan defensively. They're trying to take away other people, or they weren't expecting him to get off to such a hot start. But now, they know he's out there. They've made a few adjustments, surrounded him with a few more people, a few different coverages. Let's see if he makes the adjustments now. Does he change up a few things to try and work his way open?
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Offense.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.
Watch right.
So Luck down to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Indianapolis, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.